So it's not fair to make parents choose what's in front of them. You have to give parents an option, and it's our right. And if we feel that our school across the street has a C, my child's not going to make it, I want to go to apply for the school that has an A. And whether he gets in or not is my choice. I went with my child, I've gone through the school, I've seen how the curriculum is. Information, walking through, giving me the right to be a partner. If you don't give me a right to be a partner, you can't expect me to be there at your house, your school. I have to be a partner in my child's education. If I didn't start with choice, then I'm not a partner. Because I'm coming in this building based on what zoning is. And as we spoke to parents, this is how they felt. And if it's a failing school, it's my choice. Not because the school is failing and they don't have anything going, does that mean that my child's not going to succeed? Because I'm a parent that's involved. I'm going to be on that. I'm going to make sure my child succeeds. Again, it's a parent's choice. And I don't want my choice taken away. I've had enough. This is my choice, and every time the Board of Education changes, we come out losing. We have less parental involvement. Our rights of our children are taken away every single day. So let's start now. Kindergarten is what we think was the best for us to start a choice.
You didn't do any simulation models of like what it would look like with when kids get moved around from school to school? Okay. Okay.
We believe that children and parents should have choice.
And what problem do you think that this is going to solve?
We didn't say it was solving any problems. We said it's a choice.
I guess the other thing is, and I'm just, I'm asking this because I'm trying to understand your thinking, is I understand if everybody has equal access to, rating the schools they way, I feel like the only way that works is if every parent has equal opportunity to perfect information, because this is a market system you're setting up. What about all those parents that you're telling me that are too quiet to investigate, to do
like
the
the
digging?
parents that are threatened now.
Some parents going to be able to game the system is what I'm saying.
This is just like the parents are threatened now because they're here illegally. So one of the first things that people will do is, I'll call immigration on you. I'll call ACS on you. What about those parents? Okay, that happens all over New York State. That's not right. The child has nothing to do with the fact that the child was born here. His parent wants him to get or her a good education, but because of the status of the parent, they fear and they don't get involved. And that's happened all across the street. Because you live
Is this
in
going to make them get
Riverdale.
involved?
What?
Is this going to make them get involved?
If you get them, I reach out to those parents. I'm the mouth that I have to be for those parents. You could.
I would think
you
they
can
might be
intim-
more overwhelmed, because now they got to go look at all these schools.
No, because I can walk with them to all the schools. We do help parents. We do work.
Can I ask what is the exact process? Is it going to be a ranking system? Does the DOE do fairs?
There is going to be a choice fair. There's going to be a book and an application fair. We're going to make sure that there's training for the teachers, for the schools, but most of all, the training for the parents. We're going to be going out to the libraries, to the PAs. We've already started that.
And so, but parents are registering their children or are
Not
looking
yet.
at schools
They
now.
they have a right to go to schools
No,
now.
I'm trying to understand what the
once
process will be.
Once the books are opened, once the books is given out, absolutely. Then we're going to have every single parent informed in that district. There's a form that the Board of Education uses, a format they use for charter schools. We're going to use that too. We're going to make sure that all parents in our district know whether they have a child of age or not.
And it's
They're
the
gonna be-
ranking system where they would rank so it's like
Right, it's like
11
first
and 11.
three choice,
or-
right. Three choices.
Three
Make
choices.
Three choices. It's a starting process.
But not all the potential choices in your sub-district, just 3.
No, they have a choice from any of these.
Okay.
So we put 3.
But they could list up to 11.
They could
Okay.
the whole, and they could go from here to here, and from here to here. So there is a line here, the south and the north, but if you don't want to go to any of the schools, so you have a right to apply for a choice up here too.
So
They have
how is it
priority.
sub-districts then?
What happens, because the
Oh, it's a
first
priority
to
sub-district.
happen. So what happens if the child doesn't get, or the family doesn't get any of the schools on their application?
No, based on what the way we've set it up, and we make sure that they have 1 or 2 or 3. So we're not gonna go with the middle school that they put out 7 and they get the last one and they have no choice. You have the ones you put up to 12 and you
Right,
wind up
yeah.
with the last
And
one.
that's what the
So,
last
you know,
one.
but, so we don't wanna go through that because we don't have this big thing. We have
So
smaller
if they
area.
put 3, are they gonna be guaranteed a space
they
in
want-
one of the 3?
There's no guarantees. They're going to go because now remember, we have to see where they're going to apply.
Right.
And see how many applications we have per school. And if there's only 2 grades, 2 classrooms in this, and if it's the all day, you have 25, and 25, that's 50. Only 50 children could be.
Right.
And then, so now we go to the second process, the second school.
second
Because
school,
you didn't
right.
make.
And
And
then
then we
the
go to
third.
the third.
So what if we get to the 3rd and there's not space for that
We
child?
don't have that much of, no.
So you already did the work to know that.
The utilization.
All right.
Our fallback is the utilization, that
Station.
every one of those schools could open up another kindergarten.
Okay, I see.
Well, I think one of the things that seems so different about our district versus your district is we have a whole bunch of choice schools here already. We have 7 choice schools. So, where you're saying you didn't have any.
Excuse me.
You have
So, I
7
mean,
choice schools.
so in other words-
Elementary schools, you have 7 elementary schools. And so you have a choice. Again, it's the same thing as the high school,
But,
right? But you start in
well,
kindergarten.
we have,
But yeah, we
like
have
for
7.
example,
Six.
Six, we only have 6.
Yeah, we have a
District.
7th choice, and then we have G&T also, so
We have
8
6.
technically.
We have 6.
so typically, you know, if you're a parent, you can go to your zone school, that's guaranteed, you have a guaranteed spot in your zone school. But then there are all these 6 other lottery schools that anybody can apply to. So then you end up getting acceptance letters from maybe 3 of those choice schools, plus you have the zone school, and you have 4 options to choose from. Whereas I think that the thing that you're doing, ultimately, you have a choice on how you rank them, but you're only gonna get 1 school.